Hello everyone, Ryan here, and I'm back with another College Football 25 Kentucky Dynasty Mode Series video. And today, it is time for the off-season episode of Year 2. So, in Year 2, if you missed the last episode, you missed a lot because we led the Kentucky Wildcats to a national championship, and we won the national championship against Michigan. That was our second national championship in a row, but we lost a lot. So in today's episode, I do want to point out there will be no football played today. This is going to be the entire offseason, and we'll also do the preseason recruiting as well. So I will have timestamps for you all in the video description below, so feel free to jump around wherever you want, but the next season first game will not be until the next episode. So this is fully the offseason here of Year 2. So today, of course, we're going to be doing the offseason transfer portal and recruiting. We're going to be doing position changes. We're going to be taking a look at the offseason training results, the encouraging transfers as well. We'll be taking a look at the depth chart and the upcoming schedule here for Year 3. Then, of course, the preseason recruiting and taking a look at all the different recruits in this new recruiting class, because our class we have coming in is amazing, including the 5-star gym quarterback, Stephen Bullock, who will be our starter next year because Brock Vandagriff is gone, and we want to start the 5-star gym. Hopefully, he has elite development. We're going to find that out in today's episode. But first off, we have players leaving and the NFL draft. We already looked at players leaving at the end of the last episode. We are losing a lot. I mean, you take a look at this. We lost our entire secondary. We lost Baryon Brown. We lost Dane Key. We lost our offensive line. We lost so much. Of course, we lost Harrison. That's a huge loss. Hardaway, they're both going pro. But I mean, you can see as we scroll through here, we lost so many players. Of course, our quarterback, Brock Vandagriff, who led the team to back-to-back national championships. We have a lot coming in. We have some young players developing, but we have to realize we lost a lot this year. Now, it's time to advance to the NFL draft, and if y'all get some enjoyment, be sure to drop a like. That really helps the channel, and it keeps these series going. Subscribe for more. There is plenty more content you can tune into here on the channel as well. So we should get some coaching upgrades as well as we advance through this. So it's time to take a look here at the draft results. Where did Baryon Brown go? Look at this. You talk about pro potential. This is going to help us out big time. And you can see at the top of the screen there, we are a 4.5-star school now. The Kentucky Wildcats are now a 4.5-star school. That is massive. We're going to get more recruiting hours as well. So Baryon Brown got drafted in round 2. Maxwell Harrison in round 2. Hardaway round 2. We got Keyshawn Silver in round 4. Ransaw in round 5. And then we got Dane Key in round 6. Love to see that Dane Key got drafted. And Afari Jr. Afari Jr. is the reason we made it to the national championship. He had the interception in the semifinals matchup against Oregon. That was an epic interception. But you see names on this list. You see these names. It's heartbreaking, right? These are superstars. These are the players that led us to 2 national championships. A lot of these. All of these. It is heartbreaking to see these players go. Yes, they got back-to-back national championships. This is a huge draft class that we actually produced, but it is heartbreaking. You all realize that we had the #1 defense last year. Will we have the #1 defense again? Well, it's going to be tough to do it without our entire secondary, and our offense has lost a lot as well. This is tough, but what a draft class this was. Look at that. Let's celebrate it. Hey! You all were a big part of that. Come on, YouTube. Let's get fired up. That is a massive draft class. 7 players from the Kentucky Wildcats national championship run went to the pros. That is amazing. They are going to be playing on Sundays. You love to see it. But it is time for the transfer portal. Now here, I do not think we're going to spend a lot of time. And that's because we don't really need to. I mean, you see what I'm saying? We already have a huge draft class. We already have 25 targets, right? I believe we've locked in most of them. So I don't think we need to spend a lot of time here, because if we do, we're going to end up with way too many players like I do every single year in my dynasties. But I'm not going to do that here. I've learned my lesson. lesson, but we have 1,300 hours. We don't even need that many hours. But yeah, 4.5-star school. Look at this. That's amazing. We're always going to be held back by campus lifestyle. We can't improve that. And academic prestige. We can't improve that. Now, coach stability is unfortunate because our defensive coordinator went to be the head coach of Stanford. So coach stability is going to be low this year. That is unfortunate. But look at all those A pluses and A's and B's. A 4.5-star school, everybody. 2 national championships, back-to-back years. Are you kidding me? This is going to be great. But yeah, let's see what we got here. Let's take a look at our recruiting class right now. Just to give you an update on the big one is right here at the top. Stephen Bullock, the future of this Kentucky Wildcats team. 5-star Jim, field general quarterback from South Carolina. Please be elite level. If this player is elite level, we're set. Now, we lost a lot of cornerbacks last year, but we do have Rhodes here. Rhodes has 98 speed, a 4-star Jim. So just to scroll through here and show you our new recruiting class. We'll take a look at all these recruits later. Right tackle, 5-star. We got a 5-star athlete. We got a 4-star Jim middle linebacker. 4-star Jim right tackle. 5-star Jim right tackle. 4-star Jim athlete power rusher. 4-star athlete agile offensive lineman. We got a 4-star defensive tackle from Belfry, Kentucky there, a speed rusher. We got Larry Peppers, a right outside 4-star Jim linebacker. 4-star Jim defensive tackle, or not Jim, just a 4-star. A 4-star wide receiver that has 95 speed and 96 acceleration. And we got a 4-star athlete and agile offensive lineman, a 4-star right end. We got a 4-star center. We got a 4-star halfback. We've got a 4-star middle linebacker, a 3-star Jim physical athlete wide receiver, and this is going to be interesting. They have 93 speed. They could be really good. I probably should not have went after this player, but, you know, might as well. So we already locked in 20 recruits. We already 19. We locked in 19 recruits already. We can get a few more, but we did lose out on McLennan from Georgia. Tyler Trejo as well from Georgia. And then David Ledbetter. That was my fault. David Ledbetter was all my fault. You all can go back and watch it. Many of you all remember. I dropped the ball on this one. I dropped the ball on this recruit. That's on me. Yeah. We lost David because of me. The rest, Georgia just won fair and square. Now, these are ones I added late, some 3-star gems. I do not think it's worth it to go after them at this point. We already have 19 in our class. We can go after some. We do need the kicker probably, right? Do we have a kicker? I thought we got a kicker. Did we not get a kicker? I thought for sure we got a kicker. I guess that was the one we were getting. Yeah, that's the one we were getting. Okay. So we can get rid of this cornerback. And we don't need this fullback, do we? I don't see why we do. Screen enforcer, that could be important. But I just don't see a reason to go after some 3-star recruits when we can go after the transfer portal. So I'm going to remove the fullback. We can keep the cornerback on for now, 90 speed. Especially if they end up being good development. And we can keep the kicker on here. Good kick accuracy. So we're just going to put in some hours here on the kicker. We don't need to put in, probably don't even need to put in any, right? Okay, let's take a look at the transfer portal. What do we got here? Caleb Downs. Oh my. Okay. Okay. Everybody remain calm. Am I dreaming or is this real right now? Is that the Caleb Downs from Ohio State? Wants to come to Kentucky? We did lose our secondary. Okay, Caleb. Yes, we're going after you. We won't have a lot of people wanting to transfer to us. Like, keep in mind, we won a national championship. You want to transfer to somewhere you're going to get to play. Teams are not going to be looking to go into Kentucky when they've won back-to-back national championships because they're like, we won't get to play. So let's look at all the 4-star. Let's go to top prospects, and we're going to sort it by interest. We probably don't have very many. Wow. Yeah, so this is going to be a short transfer window, everybody. We might as well just add everybody who has interest in us, which is barely any. But that's what happens when you win national championships. Teams don't really want to come to you because they know they won't play, right? So it's just the way it is. Hey, I will take it. That's back-to-back national championships. If y'all don't want to come to Kentucky, you're missing out. Caleb Downs wants to come to Kentucky, though. You better believe it. Yes, he does. Look at all those mental abilities and physical abilities. Oh my. Let's schedule that visit immediately. Caleb Downs is going to be a Kentucky Wildcat. Playing style is A+. Not sure what his playing style is, but he loves our playing style. I'm not sure what, our playing style is. I guess our defense is amazing, probably. So let's send the house. Yes, and DM player. Search social media. We're going to max everything out. Hard sell, imagine. Yeah, we don't even know. Georgia, no. Georgia's in the pipeline, but we won the national championship. You know who didn't win a national championship? I'm not going to say it. You all know the answer. Watch, we're going to lose every game this next season. We lost it all, and Georgia fans out here on the channel are just gonna smile. I saw that one coming, right? Walked right into it. A transfer junior right guard with 99 strength, 95 impact blocking? Okay now. Do we need one? Let's see. Let's take a look at our offense. Let's take a look at our guards. Yeah, I'd say we need one. Yeah. I mean, off-season training is, we're going to have a lot of offensive linemen get better. We have, remember, we recruited offensive linemen with good development, so they're going to get better. So these numbers, I wouldn't get too worried about here, even though I'm a little terrified right now. Look, we got some good recruits coming in. Oh, no. Georgia fans are already smiling, right? Georgia fans are already smiling. I spoke too soon already. So yes, we are going after this this junior, because this junior is probably going to play for the Wildcats this year. Or do we start the young players? Right? Start the young players. They're going to develop in the offseason, and they're going to develop faster. Is this the only offensive lineman who wants to come here? A left guard and a right guard? Why not go after them? I mean, just because we go after them does not mean they're going to choose to go to our school, right? So, we do have to point that out. It's not a guarantee that since we're going after them, they're going to choose Kentucky. Because they're going to have a lot, these players are going to have a lot of people come after them. So, these are 3 stars I just added. Where's speed? Not good, no. I probably shouldn't even scattered them. Smith Yates. Deep threat from Louisville. 90 speed, deep threat. You need more speed than that for Kentucky. Sorry. And no. Cole Pennington from Kentucky. I'm going to say no. Sorry, Cole. Sorry, Cole. So what else we got here? A left guard with 93 strength, 87 impact blocking, 87 lead blocking. Could be a good offensive lineman. I wish they were a sophomore, though, because they'd only get to play this year. We don't need another free safety, do we? We're going to get Caleb Downs. Yes, we're getting Caleb. I might as well add him to the list. They're not going to choose our school right away. And just to show Caleb Downs that, yeah, we got some competition. You can come on down to Kentucky. Or we'll go with this other guy, right? I think that's going to work. Do we want that other left guard, though? That's the question. A right end with quick jump. That is a really good ability. 98 pursuit. Not good play recognition. They're going to be a senior. Pursuit's great. Good acceleration, too. Great speed. I think we go after them. They're only going to play 1 year, but we lost a lot on the defensive side. Yeah, we have some recruits. Left end. We need... Oh, we do... Okay, we need... Okay, never mind. Yes, we... Yeah, welcome. BJ Diakite? I pronounce 90% of names wrong, so never go off my name pronunciations. I just want to make that abundantly clear. If I'm pronouncing it one way, 99% chance that it's the wrong way. I just never pronounce names the way I do. Or never learn how to pronounce them from me, right? Just already go ahead and assume I'm wrong. So yeah, we don't have very many options here. So we're just going to go after this left guard as well. If they don't play, they don't will. Hold on. Hold on a second. If they don't play, they don't play is not a good strategy because we'll have to cut somebody else who's here. Yeah, I don't think we go after that left guard. I think we go after the right guard. Because we have a right guard who can play left guard. I don't think we need this player. So let's remove him. So we're only going after 1, 2, 3, 4 here. We might as well have this one visit, the free safety visit in week 2. Well, no, because we don't know if we want him yet. Yeah, that's right. Because we want downs. But it's possible that we might not get downs. And let's just go ahead and recruit for scout. 88 speed. Yeah, right. Sorry. Yeah, you got to be faster than that. Our safeties got beat so much. We might as well add this one. Here I go again saying might as well. Why? That's what I want you all to always ask me. Why, Ryan? Wow, we're in trouble. Oh, we are in trouble. Our defense is going to allow 40 points a game, YouTube. No, we have good linebackers. That's right. We have good defensive linemen. Cornerbacks are going to get better. We're going to get Caleb Downs. We're going to get a leader. So, yeah, we better recruit this cornerback. I don't see why not. We got the hours. Might as well use them. It's not going to hurt anything. I mean, they probably won't play very much. So, there we go. That's all we need to do here. We've already got basically everything we want on this recruiting class. What recruiting class do we have? We'll take a look when we advance the week. If we get anybody, Caleb Downs. We got the kicker, LaMarcus Moses from North Little Rock, Arkansas. What about Caleb Downs? That's the one we care about, right? We care about the kicker, don't worry. What about Caleb Downs? Okay, not yet. Georgia, you stay away. Okay, Georgia, are we in a little battle here? We know 2 of his motivations. We know 2 of his interests. Could we guess the 3rd? Unfortunately, I mean, we might be able to. I'm going to try. Why not? Georgia's winning the battle, even after our visit. So it's got to include playing style, proximity to home. You're not. Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't know. Okay, that's unfortunate. So we've just got to keep doing what we're doing. And hopefully Georgia kind of backs off a little bit, you know? They're not going to back off a little bit. That's unfortunate. We're going to lose Caleb Downs. He'll get to start right away on our team, though. There's no way. I mean, he probably will start at Georgia. And we played that Georgia defense last year. They were on another level. Look at this. The right guard wants to come into town. Taryn Tio. Or Tio. Definitely, I don't have enough interest to hard sell yet, but this 99 strength, they're going to be amazing. Please come to Kentucky. Penn State or Liberty or Cincinnati, come to Kentucky. We are number 4 on BJ's list here. They're right in. Clemson is number 1. We already scheduled the visit. We're getting unlucky with these interests. And sometimes you get really lucky and unlock like all 3. It's so amazing. So not much more we can do, but I do want to see, do we have the top class? We have number 4. Yes, we're in the top 5, and it's only going to keep getting better. That is amazing. That is an amazing draft class, recruiting class. Look at Oregon. Okay, Oregon, you know what's going to happen? They're doing what I usually do. Get way too many. They have 33. They just wanted to have the top recruiting class. 33 recruits. That's 10 3-star. Do you all realize they're going to have to cut so many people? There's no way they have that many seniors. There's no shot. I do that all the time in my dynasties. I get way too carried away. Look at Miami. They got 26 4-stars. Okay, these players are going to be, these teams are going to be encouraging a lot of transfers. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They're going to be having to encourage a whole lot of transfers. So let's advance time. Going here to the next week. Come on, Caleb Downs. No, we got Deontay. 3-star Jim cornerback. Not the most exciting recruit. Caleb. Did you all see that? Caleb Downs has committed to Georgia. You don't want to play for the national championship back-to-back years? You know why? Caleb Downs saw everything we lost in the secondary. It's like, no, I can't help with that. Caleb Downs said, no. They lost their defensive coordinator. That's what Caleb Downs is thinking. Smart. Still heartbreaking. Come on. We'll remember that, Caleb. We'll remember that. Go to Georgia. It's always Georgia. But hey, we still have this right guard. It is a battle with Penn State. Penn State, why are you not giving them a visit? And we can hard sell A+, A, and A. Welcome to Kentucky. Gotta be, right? Look at that hard sell. It's perfect. Welcome to Kentucky. Don't you dare go to Penn State. Don't you dare. Are they going to go to Penn State? It's close. Liberty's up there too. But we lost the right end. We lost the one to Clemson and Georgia. It's just tough. But hey, this is a great recruiting class. 22 coming in. We're not going to have many tough decisions to make in the offseason as far as having to encourage a lot of transfers, because I think I did not get carried away. We'll see. Go ahead and advance the week. Come on. Week 3 of 4. Yes, we got Taron Tio from Greenville, Ohio. Going to be a starting right guard most likely this year. Probably left guard. But yeah, they could be good. 99 strength is big on the offensive line with good impact blocking too. Wow, we lost a lot, did we not? This one right here, I cannot wait to see Stephen Bullock's overall and then to see his development. We will see his development for quite some time. 22 recruiting class. Now, as far as top classes, that's going to put us in the top 5. Top 3! We did it! Yes! Top 5 recruiting class, everybody. That is incredible. Come on. Love to see it. I didn't even pay attention who was at the top. Was it it's probably Oregon, right? Georgia gets Caleb Downs and moves up above Oregon. Oregon's probably furious right now. Georgia gets one more 5-star than Oregon and Kentucky. It happens, right? So look at all the recruits coming into Georgia, though. They are getting a lot of these teams are getting so many recruits, and I find if you get too many, you're gonna find yourself in trouble. Now it also depends on how many people you have leaving, right? So that's a big part of it, but we have a great class. 4 5-stars. We'll get more 5-stars next year. Let's just go ahead and advance time. There's really nothing we need to do in the recruiting. We don't have any more transfers we can go after. We had a very limited number anyways. So let's advance time, and we will see the offseason training here soon. We'll see. I think we'll have position changes first, then offseason recruiting. National Signing Day. So we get the final recruiting class, which we just saw them, and this recruiting class is outstanding. Like, what to pay attention to, we have a lot of gems. So although we don't have as many 5-stars as Georgia, they got 5. Oregon got 4. We got 4. But we got a 5-star gem quarterback. And hopefully their elite development. Okay, position changes. Here we go. What do we have here? Okay. This is the big one. So this was the right guard. The right guard transfer who came here is our highest overall player. Now, my question is, do transfer portal players get better in the offseason training? I assume so. I guess we'll get this question answered because we'll see it if he goes above 84. So keep in mind, all these players are going to get better. Yes, we have a much weaker team than last year. Oh my, we really did. We had too good of a year, 2 years in a row, YouTube. Look at what Look at our overalls. We lost so much. Now, the offseason training has not happened yet. I do think we're going to have players in the 90s. We have a lot of players with good development who had great seasons. Godfrey is one. Zeismer, the right end, is going to as well. We have a lot of players who are going to probably move into the 90s. Remember I said that when we don't have any, but okay. Now position changes. Let's go to the athletic freshman. We got an athlete, Jasmine here. That's the 4-star gem, right? 76 overall, 84 speed, 85 acceleration. They're a power rusher. Let's see where we want to put them. So their best position is left end or right end, and that is actually massive. So yeah, let's put them in. Players minute. So we have 2 of each. Why not just go left end? Jasmine is already really good. That's a 4-star gem. Okay, what other athletes do we have? 73 overall, Leo Grimes. That's the power back. Look at all the abilities they have at the bottom right. Speed rusher, left outside linebacker, halfback. So it could be a two-way player. It could be a two-way player because of right outside linebacker and linebacker, because they are a power back tendency. Now, we already have 4 halfbacks, which honestly is not very many. But let's go back. Patterson will likely be our starting running back again. And let's see, any other athletes of power back? No. So I am going to move Leo Grimes to be a running back. That's his best position. But you see, he can basically play anywhere, honestly. But we do need a good power back. So then we have Emmanuel. This is the physical 3-star gem wide receiver. So keep in mind, this was a stretch. This was the 3-star gem we probably shouldn't have went after. But you're going after them with the hopes that they have a bright future ahead of them. Now, we have 9 wide receivers. Oh, maybe. Okay, so maybe we should not put this player at wide receiver. Maybe we just put him in at strong safety for now. We got him as a wide receiver. And what abilities do they have? Because I don't know if this is a good idea. They're just going to take up a roster spot, so we'll probably get rid of them next year. They could have great development, so we're going to put them as strong safety and see what happens. I'm still sad we lost out on Caleb Downs. That would have been electric. So now here's another athlete. This was the 3-star gem from Winchester, Kentucky. The agile offensive lineman. Now, overall is not great now, but they are a two-way player. Look at this. They could be defensive tackle, which is probably... That might be where we need them. That's their highest overall position. That moves 78 overall. Offensive line, there's 68 overall. There's 75 at defensive tackle. Yes. I mean, you can see how much we lost. This is insane, YouTube. This could be a rough year. Honestly. Off-season training should hopefully goes great, and we do have, remember, we have a lot of receivers in development. We got the 5-star gem, so he could be really good. This is a freshman agile offensive lineman, could be a tight end, blocking type tight end. Another possible defensive tackle here. We might put him as a blocking tight end. How good is he at blocking? That's the question I have. Is he a good lead blocker? Because if he's a good lead blocker, we could put him in that power O formation. Yes, he is. Good lead blocker, good impact blocker. This would be a good fullback. Could just a 68. I mean, should we put him at backup tight end for blocking? A great blocker, 6'3", 286 pounds. Can he catch if we do have to throw it to him? Probably not. 76 speed, not bad. What's catching? There it is. 32. Okay. That answered that question fast. So we're just going to have him develop on the... as a guard, right? Let's have him develop as a left guard. Now, I think that's the last position change that we have. Now, we can take a look at our roster. Look at the quarterback. 79 overall. We can't look at the player card yet to see how good he is as far as development. But 82 speed, 80 awareness as a freshman is amazing. 95 throw power, solid throw accuracy, solid throw on the run. Oh, you better believe he's starting. 92 stamina. Toughness is not ideal. Injury 80. Oh, no. I mean, he can get tougher, but will be our starting quarterback. Honestly, Brock Vandegrift was 80 overall in the 80s. And with our coaching boost, we lost Andrew Parker, but still with our coaching boost from our offensive coordinator and also from Ryan Gamer, he may be like in the 80s. So he's going to be, should be very similar to Brock Vandegrift with a little better arm and very similar speed, maybe slightly faster. So yeah, that's going to be our quarterback. Now here's Ajayi. That was in our first recruiting class. This was the quarterback. He's up to 75. He could, I don't know. He might get better and be the starter. I doubt it. I really doubt it, but we'll see. Any of these could get better. This was the 3-star Gym quarterback that we got. Patterson in one of my dynasties. Patterson actually improved his speed. And when he improved his speed, it went up to like 97. So they use their skill points. You have no control over it. So we just need him to hopefully spend his points on speed and change of direction. He was 99 change of direction and 97 speed in my dynasty. He broke both of Barry Sanders' records in a season. Touchdown record and single season yards record and one Heisman. So then we have Drayton, who had a good year this year. We have a lot of talent. We have the freshman coming in at 74 overall power back. That is really good. It's a really good power back. Grimes, another freshman coming in. Another two-way type player. We've got some good halfbacks. And there's Tremaine Stack. Another one of our recruits. We can move him to fullback, but do we really need to? We could still play him at fullback. No, we don't need to change position. And this is tough. This is tough, everyone. Now, remember, Ben Scales is one we recruited. Super fast. We've got a lot of fast talent. 96 speed, 95, 95. Brown Stevens is going to get better. Hopefully, he moves up to 80 overall or more. We got Rashard Dugans. We have a lot of young talent that we've been working to get on this team. We've got a lot of speed, but this is going to be a tough year. Now, good news is we still have Sanders. Sanders will be our starting tight end. We don't need to change positions here. I'm just trying to look through to see if there's anybody we need to change positions. Because if you don't do it now, there's no changing. Wait, the two-way player? Matthew Horn? Why are you not on the defensive side? So we can see other player cards. We just can't see incoming freshmen. This is a 4-star impact development. Why? Matthew Horn is never going to get to play on the offensive line, right? But then he's going to get better, though. He might play. We have so many centers, right? We do not need this many centers. I can tell you that. But we don't really need a lot of other positions either. Right outside linebacker. Yeah, we've got a good number, but it's bizarre to me that Matthew Horn is much better as a linebacker. What is his coverage stats? Can he cover? 79 speed, I do not like it outside linebacker. It's not going to show that, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't think we need to change his position because he might, if he impact development, he's going to get better. His platinum road dog, and honestly, our offensive line is looking weak this year. He might play. We have so many right tackles. Couple good freshmen coming in. Love to see that. Yeah, we're hurting. Maybe we do change Matthew Horn to left end or maybe linebacker. Don't think we need to really change many positions. Maybe Livings. Yeah, this was the bust player. Do you remember this player? This was the bust. So no, they're not a good outside linebacker, so maybe not change them. What about Antoine Smith? Yes, right. Let's change them to left outside linebacker. They're not going to play at middle. We have way too many middle linebackers, and Solis Jr. is going to get a lot better. Solis Jr. is going to get a lot better, and remember, we have Godfrey. Godfrey was our superstar last year. He plays well above that 80 overall. I controlled him a lot last season, and he had a lot of success. So maybe we do change that center to left end. Am I crazy for doing this? I don't think so. Look at, we have way too many centers. Let's change them to left end. Oh, I guess I was, wait, that's a different player. That was somehow I clicked on Jaden. I meant Matthew Horn. Here we go. Yeah, left in. We're doing it. We're going ahead and doing it. He's not going to play as center, you know? We have a lot of centers in development, so that concludes the position changes. I do not think we need to do any more position changes. It's time to advance the week, and we get to take a look at probably the development. Is that the next phase? No, it's encouraged transfer, right? So we cannot see the incoming freshman development yet. Or did you all see our team? Oh, this is training results, right? Did you all see our team jumped up to like 87 overall? We have coaching boost now. We're at 30 for coaching upgrades. Here we go. Training results, everybody. This is the big one. Soles Jr., 88 overall. That is massive. Let's look position by position. Okay, so here we go. Of course, the young freshman is not going to get any training results here, but you got Ajayi moving up to 79 overall sophomore, right? That's pretty good. They're all going to be 79 overall. And look at Kumar. That was the 3-star gem quarterback we found. 92 speed up to 74. Not going to start on the team, but that's still really good. Now, halfbacks, Drayton moved up to 85. Are you kidding me? So Patterson's speed did not get better. That means Trayvon Drayton is going to be the starting running back most likely. Now, Patterson does have goad shifty, though. That is tempting, so that's what he spent his points on. We're going to have a dynamic duo at running back. Look at Tremaine Stacks, 77 overall now. This team is looking good, everybody. This team is looking really good. And now let's take a look at wide receiver. This is the big one. Okay, not a lot of improvement on the wide receiver side. Brown Stevens is not going to be the starter. It's going to be Dugans, Agadosi, and Scales. They're going to be the starters, and Brown Stevens, just from a speed perspective, I don't know. We'll find a spot for him. Such a good route runner, the best route runner we have. It's just 90 speed concerns me. 96 acceleration, though, and 97 change of direction. I think he's going to be just fine, right? But we got to play the speed. Look at the speed we have. Look at the speed we have at the wide receiver position. And Brendan White is up to 74 overall. I was hoping he would jump up a little bit more, but he has Platinum Shifty. I don't know. I would be tempted to play Brendan White at running back. What's this carrying? Like a third down back? 73? Never mind. Let's not get carried away. Do we have any wide receivers who could play tight end? Yeah. Could Dugans play tight end? Freshman, 95 speed, 6'2". Can he block? I know we have Sanders. I'm not forgetting about Sanders, but can he actually block? Well, not bad. You want to see a little bit better blocking from your tight ends, though. So, hey, we're looking good. Now, who is Payne? Alex Payne, 88 speed. Why is this receiver here? What? Probably what I added last second. And Sanders will be the starter, up to 78 overall. We will not be starting Rodriguez, even though he did spend points on sure hands, though. He's just not as fast. Yeah, we're definitely starting Sanders. Rodriguez will probably be fullback, actually. Definitely will probably be fullback. Now, Hodges is the 6'6" tight end. Do you all remember this? This was our first recruiting class. 86 speed. That is tempting. But I don't think I could do it, because Sanders is too good. Colton Sanders, you all remember his catching, his route running was just phenomenal. Now, Rodriguez has great catch in traffic, 92. You can see it at the top there. But route running goes to Sanders. He's such a good route runner. He's good at blocking, too. To be 6'2", 244. Yeah, Sanders is the future at tight end. Who else got better? Left tackle, 83. Left guard, 77. Oh, my. We have some young players coming in, right? Offensive linemen did not get as good or as improved as I wanted them to be. I can't talk. 88 overall, though. I just missed that at the top of the screen. We did improve. 88 overall, 87 offense, 89 defense. Looking at this right now, it seems like most of our improvement was on the defensive side, because our offensive line is in trouble. Oh, my. I feel like we got some good recruits. Yeah, left end, right end's looking good. Left tackle is looking good. This is Kyle Kendricks from Lexington, Kentucky. Will be our starting defensive tackle this year. That's exciting. We got Jared Smith is up to 88 overall. That's massive. Fearbury is still here at 80. Jacob Smith. We still got defense. Look at this. Soles Jr. is going to have a big time year. We got Devin Smith. Storm Livings, the bust player, is 79 overall. He's turned out to be a pretty good talent to be a bust. Godfrey is going to be... He had a great year last year. He's probably going to have to do exactly what he did last year. That knockout physical ability is going to be huge. But we've got a good defense. Defense is where we're going to shine. Oh, no. YouTube, or do you all see what I see right now? They all left. All of them. And we have some incoming freshmen. Keep in mind, the incoming freshmen do not show up here. We've got some incoming freshmen, but this was a secondary with a lot of talent last year that still struggled. And oh my. Our starting cornerback, 71 awareness. Hopefully a freshman comes in at 79 overall. I think everybody got nervous seeing the secondary last year. Remember when I told you at the end of the last episode, I said this team is going to be very different. We lost a lot. We gained a lot of young talent. We have some developing talent, but it's going to take time. We're not going to be like a super powerhouse yet. It's going to we have won back-to-back national championships, but what I mean is we're not going to have like a 95 overall team. We're not going to have like 80 overall every single position yet. We will later on if we keep winning, but we just have to, these young players have to step up and play above their overalls. Our defense is looking good though. Honestly, looking really good. Dooley had a good year last year. Chadwick, Addington, yeah, we got some good safeties. We may have to play some safeties at cornerbacks. We'll probably play a free safety at strong safety this year, most definitely. We're not going to start 76 overall with 68 awareness. We're going to be starting Chadwick at strong safety, most likely. I know not very fast, but you don't have to be too fast to be a strong safety. And here's our... Didn't we get a new kicker? Or was that a punter? It might have been a punter that we got. Oh, they don't show up here. That's right. Did they get better? No? Our punter did. 92 kick power. But we're going to... This is a punter that we changed to kicker, keep in mind. We're going to be starting the freshman, most likely. Do you all remember this was the player who I believe I changed from punter to kicker? I could be wrong. I've been wrong a time or two. So there's the training results. Team is looking pretty solid. Some solid improvements across the board, especially defensively. Lost a lot at cornerbacks. Training did not go as planned in the offseason for cornerbacks. We do have a new defensive coordinator, though. Remember that. That really hurt our offseason training because that other defensive coordinator was a master motivator. Yeah, master motivator. And he left to Stanford. So that really affects your off-season training. We don't have multiple master motivators. I love having master motivators on the team. We lost them. So it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. Training is over. Let's advance time and see if we need to drop any players or encourage transfers. I'm heartbroken seeing our secondary, though. Maxwell Harrison's gone. Hardaway. We had so much talent. So I don't want to change conferences. Upgrade skills. We can do that. Do we have Master Motivator unlocked? No, we can. We just have to spend 5. We don't really need it. I like my secondary coaches to have it. Elite Recruiter. We need one more top 5 recruiting class. We are close. We are close. We were close to a top 5 first year, as crazy as that sounds. So I do want to improve all of our quarterback stats. Yeah, we better be. We're going to spend all the way here on quarterbacks. We're going to spend all the way on our offensive line as well. I love Tactician. I really do. I love it. So now we're going to improve our running backs. We have some young running backs, maybe defensive backs. No, I like to focus on the offensive. Our defensive coordinator can focus on defense. Run block power and pass block finesse. Let's go trucking and break tackle. Okay, so we spent them all on Tactician. This is going to raise the overalls of our players, so that's huge. I usually go Elite Recruiter, Tactician, and then, we'll go to the other ones as we go. I do like spending some in Motivator just to the 3rd tier. But I like my secondaries to have that. It's too late now. You might as well not spin on the offseason boost right now. But staying hot through timeouts is key. We've already maxed out quarterbacks here. We've have offensive linemen up there. And I could have spent some on running back, but I think tactician is what we need big time. We have a freshman quarterback. A freshman quarterback starter. So, yes, gonna be tough. Custom conferences, I don't want to change a thing. And then encourage transfers. Is the Pac-12... There's just 2 teams in the Pac-12, right? Kind of want to move the players out of the Pac-12 and kind of shift things a bit, but I won't do that. I don't want to cause any problems, you know, changing conferences and stuff. Okay, here we go. We only need to drop 4. See, I did it. I finally did it. We did a good job of actually bringing in enough players to fill in who left. So that means I didn't over-recruit. I have a bad habit of over-recruiting in this video game. Always. I have such a bad habit of doing that. So here we go. We didn't over-recruit. That's massive. So let's take a look at who we can drop. So seniors that aren't dropped, who aren't going to play, is who I drop first. So 67 overall freshman, a redshirt freshman running back. 90. Yeah, I'm going to say no. We got those other freshmen running back in here. And the problem is you can't see the development here. But here's the thing. How easy would it be for them to put on the right side of the screen there, right underneath the player's picture, right next to their name, put the picture there of the little logo of their development? That would be so easy. Just put it right there on the player card to the right of the screen. Why did they not have that? It would be so simple. That would help out tremendously in this section. You don't know the development unless you remember. I don't think that, even if that freshman had a high development, they're not going to be starting anytime soon. But this player right here may win a Heisman here in the future. This elusive back from Pickerington, Ohio, Trayvon Drayton. You saw him as a freshman have some impact runs. This is going to be a game-changing running back, everybody. The dynamic duo between Drayton and Patterson is going to be amazing. Wow, I'm just so excited for this season now. I'm worried about our secondary, so that's a problem. Now we need to get rid of Alex Payne. 88 speed at the wide receiver and 5'7". That's the one I got. That was 5'7". I'm like, I wonder if they're fast. We didn't do any scouting, right? So let's get rid of Alex Payne. Sorry. If you all were attached to Alex Payne, I'm sorry to get rid of him. So here's the question. I know this sounds crazy. Do we get rid of the senior? And it's an easy answer. No. No, wait. Some of you are like, what do you mean, Ryan? Don't get rid of Brown Stevens. And yeah, I agree. I think he's going to be good this year. He has takeoff, shifty, and recoup. I just kind of want to start the young players is all it is. I mean, that's all it comes down to. We need to drop a center. We've got so many of them. So who's going to start? A freshman, most likely. 82 awareness, even better than the junior. Do we just drop this junior, or could we play them in another position? So there's a senior who, that's the transfer. Yeah, okay, that's going to help out a lot. So that didn't show up earlier. So we have 2 juniors who are the same overall, who are not going to start over our freshmen. Look at this 79 overall 5-star. I believe that's a 5-star gym lineman right there, everybody. We can't see the development, but we will take a look at all of our recruits here. So who do we get rid of? Malachi Wood or Dudley? None of them have abilities. From Louisville, Kentucky, and then Richmond, Kentucky. 77 awareness, 74 awareness. 6'8", 283 pounds? Yeah, 6'8", okay. But look, 6'6", 336 pounds. Oh, my. I mean, they're probably not, to be fair, these players are probably not going to start, right? Yes, we don't know their development. The other one's better at blocking. The 6'8" one. So we're going to get rid of this one. Sorry, Julio. I'm sorry, Julio. They have to cut somewhere. Cuts have to happen. Ooh, a freshman of our freshmen. Look at the right. Our defense is looking fantastic. That was the big part of our game last year, and it's going to continue to be this year. We could let the young players get some playtime here. We could let the young faster players, the young defensive tackles, get a little action here. 68 speed, 63 speed. Not good awareness either. This is an interesting question right here. Let's see if we have another position to drop. But we have a decision to make there at defensive tackle. And this is a senior Fairbury who will be playing most likely, but will be playing... will he? I usually like to drop seniors that won't play, because I want him to go to another school and get a chance. I don't think he's going to play. That would be heartbreaking to drop Fairbury, though. As a senior... Do we have some? We have to have another player we can cut, like a senior. We have plenty of cornerbacks to cut, right? Well, no. The answer to that is no, we don't. We don't have a lot of cornerbacks in general. Don't we have like a free safety to cut? Yeah, we do, definitely. So Chadwick will be playing strong safety. I believe it's strong safety we have to cut. Yes. Okay, so we will not be starting Damon David. Sorry, David. That'll be our last encouraged transfer. We will not be starting that strong safety. We'll be starting a free safety in that position. We need some more awareness over there. So we're going to encourage the senior here, Damon David, to transfer. Did not get a lot of awareness at his time in Kentucky at the strong safety position. So there's our new kicker, 70 overall. Actually, is going to be our starter. The same awareness as the other kicker. They've got, I mean, I feel like their kick actually 84, kick power 67. Yeah, coffin corner and road dog is the one we want. That's why we got him. Coffin corner means nothing to a kicker. Now deep range though, is that a kicking trait? Deep range? What's more important? I feel like road dog's more important. You all can let me know what you think about kicker. What's more important, road dog or that kicking trait there, the deep range? Deep range might only refer to punter. I don't really know. So that includes the encouraged transfers. So we got those done. It's time to take a look at our new recruits. It's time to take a look and reorder the depth chart. The fun part is coming up as well with the recruiting. We got the initial prospect recruiting and the initial week 0 recruiting as well. So some fun stuff coming up here. Don't go away, and we'll take a look at this new depth chart as well. It's going to be exciting, but the big exciting part right now to me is seeing the development of the freshmen, and that's what we're going to do right now. And first, the big one. Look at this, everybody. Stephen Bullock, 5-star gym quarterback, is elite development. We have an elite development quarterback starting as a freshman. This is the future of the Kentucky Wildcats. This is the first ever elite 5-star quarterback that I have recruited. I get so unlucky with quarterbacks in this video game. What a monumental recruiting class we have here, mostly because of Stephen Bullock. Our future set. Our future at quarterback is set, everybody. This is going to be... Now, they may not be great first year, right? We have to keep in mind. True freshman, but elite development. Develops at the fastest rate. Absolutely incredible. So I had to show this one first. Okay, so next up, we have a 5-star halfback, a power back, and impact development here. So Leo Grimes, 74 overall, will not be developing very quickly, but they have good mental abilities and physical abilities. And also, we had another power back, Tony Beckner, if you all remember that name. And Tony actually had normal development. So that was the other power back we got right here. Tony Beckner has good physical and mental abilities, but has normal development. So got a little unlucky with Tony Beckner's development. Next up, we have the 4-star deep threat wide receiver, Rashad Mize. 75 overall is impact development. I was hoping for higher for this 4-star gem, but I still think that Rashad Mize has a bright future here for the Kentucky Wildcats. Next up, we have a big recruit here. 74 overall, Satiki Aloka. 4-star gym, star development trait. That is massive. He's from Oak Park, Michigan, and will be a starter likely in the future for this team. Has good offensive line rally, has good physical abilities over there as well. This is a huge recruit. I love to see a 4-star gym development star. And next up, we have Jaden Oosh, a pass protector 4-star gym who's 76 overall as a freshman, but has star development trait. What a class here for development trait for offensive linemen, right? That is back-to-back stars here on the offensive line. The future is bright for this Kentucky Wildcats offensive line who's lost a lot over these past 2 years. Now moving on to the incoming freshman I feel like everybody was wondering about. Ahmad Woods here, the 5-star gym right tackle. 81 overall as a freshman, has star development. That is 3 incoming offensive linemen with next to the highest development. Elite is the highest, star is right below it. That is amazing. And look, 6'8", 314 pounds from Maryville, Tennessee. Oh my. If we can somehow find a way to put Woods into the starting lineup this season, we will, because he's going to develop even quicker. 6'8", 314 pounds. How are you going to stop that? Now, this recruiting class is turning out to be the best developing recruiting class I've had in this video game. Another one. Elite development. Our second elite development recruit here of this recruiting class. 77 overall, Cedric Swaim, a right tackle, 6'5", 287 pounds, a 4-star gym from River Rouge, Michigan, is the elite development trait. The future of this offensive line is so bright. Wow, what a recruiting class, everybody, so far, and we are not done yet. Moving on to the next one, Jatavius Hoagie, right tackle, 5-star. Look at the development. We did it again. Another elite level player. That's 3 in this recruiting class. Do you all realize how rare that is? That is absolutely insane. Welcome to Kentucky, Jatavius Hoagie from Florence, Alabama. That's another offensive lineman. When these players get to be just sophomores, they're going to dominate. Honestly, these are players that you kind of want to start right now, but still, amazing recruiting class so far. Next up, we had the 4-star left end from Rockford, Michigan, Anthony Jasmine, if I'm saying that name correctly, 76 overall impact development. So anything above normal, I'm happy with. You know, normal, I'm usually not happy with. You know, you want to see higher than impact, obviously, but still, we will take it. We've had a great recruiting class so far, and this left end is 6'5", 246 pounds of pure muscle. They're going to be really good. So now moving on to the right end position, we have Adrian Warlow, a 74 overall 4-star power rusher from Hammond, Wisconsin, who has normal development trait. Still a solid recruit, could still develop good, but we know that their ceiling is not very high. So we may see 80, possibly even 85 overall. It's possible on normal development, especially if they play really well and play a lot. But not going to develop as fast as a lot of our other defensive linemen. So now moving on to Amani Chick, the 4-star run stopper that really I tried to recruit because he had a really cool name, right? But from Little Rock, Arkansas, is 6'5", 300 pounds, and it has a normal development trait. I was hoping that that would have been lucky and been impact. But, you know, they may not get to play very much until they're a senior. But I still think 6'5", 300 pounds being a run stopper could get some playing time here in the future. Next up, we have Clay Melvin, a defensive tackle 4-star from Belfry, Kentucky with impact development. 6'1", 289 pounds. So impact development, Clay Melvin could see some playing time, maybe as a sophomore or most likely junior or senior year. We'll see. It depends on what happens, how everybody develops, how much they get to play at a young age, and also, of course, if there's injuries and such. And we have one more defensive tackle freshman to look at, but one thing I wanted to remind you all, in case you forgot, Kyle Kendricks here from Lexington. This was the elite development defensive tackle that we got. So, yeah, we already have a great defensive tackle here for the future. All of these other ones are just bonus defensive tackles like that get to continue to develop. The future is so bright for this defense and this entire team, really. But we have Darren Egbull, a defensive tackle from Winchester, Kentucky, and impact development trait. So defensive tackle, we did not land any star or elite this year, but we will take anything above normal. We're not going to complain about that. Next up, we have BJ Miners, the middle linebacker, 4-star, who has normal development. So still, we need middle linebackers. We need future middle linebackers to develop. I was hoping that BJ would have been a normal development. Impact or get lucky to be a star or elite, but we'll take it. He's got the natural ability, which helps him play in bad weather, I believe, and he's got the hammer physical ability. So could be a start in the future. You never know. Anything can happen here. Our defense is looking great. We've got some young talent. It's tough to make our starting lineup, but I still think the future's bright. Next up, the other middle linebacker we recruited was Kiki Gayton, a middle linebacker, 4-star from Galloway, Ohio with impact development. So we did land on Kiki here. 73 overall, is going to develop a little bit quicker than the normal rate and has winning time mental ability. So he's going to play a lot better in the fourth quarter of games. Next, we have Larry Peppers, 74 overall, right outside linebacker, power rusher, who has impact development. This was the 4-star gem that we signed a little bit late in the recruiting process, and I was really hoping they were going to be star or elite. It's such a cool name, Larry Peppers, but we will take impact development. They're going to be a really good player. And this next recruit is a big one. We need young cornerbacks with good development, and we got one. Jaquez Rhodes, 76 overall as a freshman already, a 4-star gem with star development trait. So we got one, and we need a lot of cornerbacks this year. Hopefully there's a good cornerback recruiting class because we have to develop at this position. And keep in mind, this, I believe, is the player at 98 speed as well. So yes, 98 speed for Rhodes. The future's bright here. Honestly, he may get to play freshman year. Now, this is a really cool one because this was the 3-star gem cornerback who I said I'm going to take a chance with. They have 90 speed, but I was taking a chance to maybe you get lucky with their development. Look at this. Star development trait for Deontay Izine. That is incredible. That is so lucky. And now when you're a smaller school trying to grow with 3-star, 2-star players, when you get a 2-star or 3-star gem at star or elite development, it is always such an amazing thing. In smaller schools, it's an amazing thing here for us, even though we won back-to-back national championships. Like, this is huge. This player is likely going to develop pretty quickly and maybe get to play as a junior or senior. That is awesome. A good finding here. And if you have some injuries, maybe they go in early and have some success and get some skill points and improve quickly. And last but not least, our new kicker, LaMarcus Moses, has impact development trait, which is awesome. You know, anything above normal is great here for a kicker. You know, you don't usually find a lot of star or elite kicking talent. I found a few of them. But this is a really good signing here. Honestly, LaMarcus Moses will probably be our starting kicker. I don't know. I mean, who's more accurate? Kick accuracy is the same. I guess kick power is more for Lyles. So never mind. He won't be our starter this year, but he will next year. I think we'll still go with the converted punter. Yeah, I do think we will go with the converted punter, having that deep range ability. But we will see. Road Dog makes me maybe want to start LaMarcus Moses. You all will have to let me know your input on that. Road Dog is huge, and that makes me want to actually put him in. I don't know. But there is our recruiting class for the year. An exciting recruiting class. I wanted to make sure I showcase all the development for the incoming freshmen. For the main ones, there was a couple 60 overall ones that I didn't show, but they had normal development. Nothing exciting there. I showed all the exciting ones, the big ones, and We have a lot of young talent, especially at the offensive line. Oh my, that was an incredible recruiting class. So I'm going to go through and reorder the depth chart, and then I will show you the updated depth chart and our team schedule here. Then we'll, of course, do the recruiting. And it's time to take a look at this year 3 Kentucky Wildcats Dynasty lineup here. So, of course, we got the 5-star Gem quarterback, Stephen Bullock, 81 overall. Now, one thing you got to see is Ajayi's right up there. So, Ajayi's up there, but we got to start the new 5-star Gem elite quarterback here for the Kentucky Wildcats. Halfback. Tough decision to make, but Trayvon Drayton is getting better very quickly. He is going to be the starter. Patterson is going to be the backup, but Patterson is the 3rd down back, so he'll still be getting a lot of play time. And, you know, we'll be switching out running backs a lot. We got a dynamic duo right here. Don't you all worry. Tremaine Stack is still a fullback, so he's still going to be playing. He's going to be good. And here you can see the fullback is Tremaine Stack. You all probably remember him when we recruited him. I believe he was an athlete, maybe. But yeah, he's still going to play fullback. He's a really good fullback for us. And then taking a look at wide receivers. So, I had Brown Stevens as our slot receiver. He's our best route runner. He's quick. He has good change of direction and good acceleration. So, he will be playing the slot. Our number 1 receiver is actually going to be Rashard Dugans. 95 speed, good catching. This is the recruit we got, I believe, in year 1. Yeah, this was the recruit we got in year 1. And then we got Agadosi, John Agadosi from Missouri City, Texas, going to be number 3. Got Ben Scales. The reason I do not have Ben Scales at number 3, I'm really excited about this player, but he's got low awareness, 66. He's going to make more mistakes, so he is number 4. And then we got Jamichael Massey and then Rashad Mize. So a lot of speed at the receiver position, honestly. A lot of speed. They're not the greatest blockers, but so we'll see if they can hold the blocks. Now, we have the now sophomore, the freshman superstar from last year. I'm going to call him a superstar because I was going to redshirt him. I decided not to, and he came in. He was a game changer for Brock Vandegrift and this entire Kentucky offense. So yes, Colton Sanders will be the starter, 87 speed. Rodriguez will be number 2. Now, he's not fast. He's got 77 speed, but he's got great catch in traffic, and we have him as backup for blocking. He'll probably be in during our Power O offense, which we're going to run a lot this year. Now, moving on to left tackle. Our offensive line is looking good, because keep in mind, we're tacticians, so that green arrow up is due to our tactician boost. So we have tactician boost on quarterbacks and offensive linemen all the way up. So that helps out our offensive line tremendously. So Johnson Hayes now is our starting left tackle at 85 overall. You have Austin Ramsey, 87 overall, right guard. Center is going to be Kobe Keenum. We had a lot of options here. And the reason I went with this center right here, Kobe Keenum, instead of the power freshman, because although the freshman has more awareness, I like outside shield, that physical ability, and he's a better pass blocker. He's a better blocker overall, and we could change this up. We may have to change this, but I know he has less awareness. I still think that Keenum is the way to go here. Moving on to right guard, we have the transfer, Tayo here. And 86 overall transfer, he is going to be really good. He's got 99 strength. He's got good blocking across the board. This was a great finding in the transfer portal. And look at the impact block, 97. Yeah, I think we found a really good right guard. He's a senior, so we'll only have him very temporarily. But we also have the freshman right here, Satiki Aloka, who is going to be one of the future offensive linemen for this team. Now, the huge one is we got Ahmad Woods, a true freshman. This was the elite level right tackle who will be the starting right tackle this season. So yes, Woods will be starting this season, and our future is looking so good. We have so many great freshmen coming into this recruiting class. A couple of them playing week 1, which is going to be awesome. You see these stats, like this is a really good offensive lineman. Moving on to the defense, we got Brian Robinson, who's going to be the starting left end for this team. And then Tim Rooks, you all remember who we recruited I guess that would have been in year 1, of course. We recruited Tim Rooks. So do you all remember the center? Matthew Horn? Oh my! I don't know how I missed this last year. Oh, I know why. That was because changing positions was broken. Remember? Changing positions was glitched when I went through this in the last year. I didn't get to change his position. So he went from a center to a left end. This was the player. This was him. This is the one that we couldn't change. Look at him. Left end, 83 overall, 81 speed. He's got great stats all the way across the board for a right end. And he will be playing over the 5-star recruit that we got last year, Tim Rooks. So yes, that is a huge change there for Matthew Horn to be on the defensive line now. Then you have Kyle Kendricks, the elite development trait defensive tackle. And then you got Kendrick Gilbert as well. We got some good defensive tackles. Would like to see higher awareness, which I could play Gadsden here. But I like the option disruptor here for Gilbert. I thought about this one a lot. And now I'm starting to second guess myself again. But I like this player's Gilbert play recognition, good power moves. I don't know. I still think we're going to go with Gilbert. If we don't get enough pressure, we could always put in Gadsden. He does have better awareness and better speed. Let's take a look here at left outside linebacker. Look at Jared Smith II here from Corbin, Kentucky. 88 overall, 81 speed. And I know what you're seeing. What you are seeing is Godfrey is not in the left outside linebacker position, or you're not going to see him in the right outside linebacker position either, because we've got too much talent, which is a good problem to have. We got Soles Jr., 88 overall at the middle linebacker. A backup middle linebacker is Devin Smith. We've got so much talent on this Kentucky depth chart. A good problem to have, but because of having all that talent, Godfrey will not play as much as he played last year. He has lower awareness than the other players. The thing that Godfrey has is great jumping. He's got 99 jumping. He has the knockout skill. But I still think from a play recognition standpoint, you can't have Godfrey in the starting lineup. As crazy as that sounds, with how good of a season he had, I know, I just do not see a way to get him in, because at right outside linebacker, we have Fearbury, 86 overall, 82 speed. He's got good awareness, solid play recognition. I know that's not great, but Fearbury with 86 overall good stats, good coverage as well, man coverage and zone coverage with good pursuit. I think that it's hard to take him out of the lineup, honestly. I understand this is where we could put Godfrey in. We could put Godfrey in, or even Jacob Smith, but I think Fearbury is the way to go here. We could change this at any time. That 88th strength is really good. He's got the best awareness, not by a lot. Now Jacob Smith does have better play recognition, but you got to make tough decisions. And I know it's not only about overall, but I do think the senior Fearbury is going to be a game changer in right outside linebacker. We have great linebackers. We do. We had great linebackers last year. Now here's where the problems lie. So our cornerbacks are down this year. We've got 2 freshmen, one's a redshirted freshman, who will be playing a lot. This is the true freshman, Rhodes, who will not be at the top, but we got Addison, 78 overall, Nichols, 77 overall, Dylan Rowe, and then 76 overall, Rhodes. That is who we have starting cornerback this year. Not ideal, right? Not ideal. You see, coverage-wise, we're going to be better at running zone than man. We never have been good at running man, but we may try it a little bit this year. But yeah, we are in trouble. I still think that these cornerbacks can shock the world, because look at catching. Look at catching of the junior. We saw Nichols get a few picks last year. 89 catching is really good. The rookie has 65 catching, but 75 from a starter. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe this cornerback class and this depth chart is going to play a lot better than the overalls look. You never know. They've got solid speed, though, so that's good. They got good speed, acceleration. Honestly, from a speed perspective, maybe that's what we need. I don't know. Now, free safety, we are starting Kelm Dooley. He's going to be the starter. Now, I did put Chadwick in at strong safety. We do have a free safety playing strong safety over Jaden Smith. So that is the lineup. Now, as far as kicker, for now, I am going with Lyles. This was the converted punter to kicker. We had him last year. He made some great kicks. I feel like he got a lot better as the year went on. I kind of am thinking to play the freshman maybe if I miss some kicks, though, because that road dog perk is really good, especially if we have a lot of road games this year. And then punter, of course, is O'Hearn. So there is your new depth chart. I guess we have a couple of other areas. We got our kick returner, Brandon White, is a senior this year, 98 speed, but look, he has platinum shifty. I thought about putting him in the slot. He's just not as good of a route runner, but I don't know. I might still put him in the slot sometime. And then our punt returner is, of course, Brandon White as well. And that's about it here with the positions. So there you have it. There is your new 2026 Kentucky Wildcats, a brand new season about to start. This lineup is looking good. You all have to let me know what you all think. I think we're looking good. 89 overall. And let's go ahead, and next up will be the recruiting board. But I'm going to pause the video, take a little rest, and take a little break here, get some food, and then we will go in to the recruiting board and take a look at the schedule as well. Okay, so I took a break, got some food, and I'm ready to go to one of my favorite parts of the year, which is setting up the recruiting board. But before we do that, I do think it's important to look at the custom schedule and just see if there's anything we need to change. I usually remove all the FCF schools on here, so let's take a look at our schedule, see how it's shaping up this year. So first game is at home against Akron. I'm fine with leaving that game there. So we don't play week 0. We play week 1. Our bye week is actually week 2 this year. And then we play Nebraska, whose preseason ranking is number 11. That's at Kroger Field, which is nice. So we start the season with 4 home games. And then we play South Alabama in week 4. I like kind of that easier matchup here. Tougher matchup here with Nebraska, who's ranked 11, and then playing against South Alabama, a weaker team, to get us ready for our first SEC matchup. I actually do like this schedule. So then we face off against South Carolina, Alabama. I knew this was the year we play Alabama. Now, South Carolina's at home. Alabama is in Alabama. Oh my. And then Texas A&M is at home, Kroger Field. Oklahoma at home as well. Missouri at home, and then we go to Arkansas. We play at Mississippi State. We play at LSU, and then we play Louisville as well, of course, the finale of the season, and then hopefully we're in the SEC championship this year. Now, some good home matchups. The tough ones are, of course, going to be Alabama in Alabama. I'm so glad we played Texas A&M at home this year. That is nice. But Arkansas is going to be tough in Arkansas. Mississippi State's going to be tough in Mississippi State. I say any SEC home game or away game is going to be tough. Now, the toughest likely of this year, the second toughest, Alabama number 1, LSU number 2. Playing here in Baton Rouge is always an electric environment and a tough environment to play in. This is going to be a fun schedule. Good thing is we have time to kind of get in a rhythm with our team. You know, we can get in a rhythm before we start SEC play. We start with South Carolina. It's a really good team. Now, I know they were 4-8 last year, but don't let that fool you. So that South Carolina matchup will get us ready to then go into Alabama in week 6. And then after that, the season just takes off. These are matchups after matchups where we could lose every single one of them. Welcome to the SEC. But that's the thing. We could lose to South Carolina. We could lose to Alabama. They could all be close games, but these are those games that you could lose by just a couple points, right? Every single time last year we had a close game and we ended up coming out on top in those close matchups in the SEC. But none of these matchups are easy. Look at all the ranked opponents we play this season. First starting with Nebraska after the bye in week 2. So we start the year. We have a bye right after that. That'll be good for recruiting. Good news is we have a lot of early home games. for recruiting. Last year we had none. If you all remember, our scheduling visits was pointless last year. But honestly, one thing I've found is scheduling visits is really not too important. So we are sitting number 4th in the nation right here. Because when you're doing good, but what I mean by that is when you're getting better at recruiting, you're advancing on the recruiting coaching abilities, you're going to get more experience a lot, or more influence, without even scheduling. Because scheduling, if you schedule and lose, it's a big deal. And with these schedules, as you all know, I mean, you could lose at any point and you may lose your recruits. So I don't see a big upside in scheduling recruits anymore. I usually don't do it unless I need to. Like, I rarely schedule recruits because usually it hurts more than it helps. But here we go into the recruiting here. And this is one of the most important parts here of the recruiting, because we get to set up our initial draft board or recruiting board and get ready for the season. Now, we need a lot. It looks like we need 17 total players, at least from what the game says we need. We have 6 seniors only on the offensive side, and we only have 6 seniors, so we have a very young team. We lost so much last year. We lost so much, which is unfortunate, but yeah, we need a lot. We need a lot on the offensive side. We know what we need on the defensive side. We need cornerbacks. C+ at the cornerback position. So honestly, at this point, we need a lot. Offense, I want a wide receiver. I would love to have an elite receiver. I know we have a lot of receivers growing, but we'll lose 2 of them this year. So I know it says we don't need any, but you all know, you know me. I need some receivers all the time. We don't need a quarterback at all. I'm not even going to recruit a quarterback for a while. We don't need to recruit a quarterback. Halfback, we do not need. We have so much young talent at halfback as well. Now, if there's a really good halfback, I may still go after him. Now, wide receiver, I'd like to have 1. Tight end, we really don't need. It says we need 3. We have 1 leaving, but we don't really. Offensive line, I would say yes, we need. We don't need centers at all, but I think you could always use offensive linemen. Defense is looking good. I do think we need a middle linebacker, right? Because isn't one of them a senior? Oh, wait, that's right. We have a lot of young talent. Now, one of the middle linebackers was impact development. BJ Miners, I believe, was normal. So we still might need to look for one. We don't have a lot of defensive needs, though. Now, I know it says we don't need cornerbacks, but as we all know, yes, we do. Because the needs is based on how many you have leaving. You know, it's not based on do you need them because your position is bad there. So there's just a quick look at what we need. There's a lot we can go after, but let's take a look at the recruiting board here. Now you all will know how I do this. When I have a 4.5-star program, you know, we won a couple national championships. Recruiting, I do a little bit different recruiting. In this initial period, of course, you're going to have a lot of interest here in 5-star and 4-star after winning a national championship. So this is the recommended tab. But what I do, I don't go into the recommended tab. I go into 5-star prospects. I sort by interest. And I go ahead and add every 5-star interest that has interest in the University of Kentucky. So, strong safety do we need? Yes. Do we need a right tackle? 100%. We need a right end? We could always use right end. Tyler Beebe. So, let's see. That's Avery Scruggs, a 5-star hybrid strong safety. Sean Ragas, a 6'5", 329-pound power right tackle in our pipeline. That's one we need to get. We're 3rd on their list. Right end, Tyler Beebe. Power rusher, 6'3", 290. We got Braden Myers, defensive tackle, 5-star, 6'5", 298 run stopper. Yes. You better believe it. A defensive tackle, speed rusher, 6'4", 293. Might as well add him to the list, right? Now, deep threat, wide receiver. We're 6th on their list. 6'4", 194 from Akron, Ohio. Dan Honeycutt. What a name. Left tackle, power offensive lineman here. A 6'5", 328. Wow, these are some big players. Look at this. Jose Poe, a 5-star left tackle. number 2 of total rank of 5 stars. Welcome to the board. Right in is number 3, a power rusher, Elijah Schooler. He's going to take him to school. And then let's see, Mitch Fries, route runner, 5'7". I'm actually really interested to see how fast he actually is. So that's how I do it first. Now, next up, what I do for the 5-star talent, this is how I always do it. I sort by pipeline, and now I add any others that are in our pipeline. We have a 6'6" wide receiver. Oh my. YouTube, are you all seeing what I'm seeing? From Florida, 3-star pipeline. That's because of Ryan Gamer's pipeline being Florida. Okay, add them to the list. Here I go, going for receivers again, and the last one in our pipeline is another receiver, Santos, Juan Santos, from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Add them to the list. So that's how I do it. And now, next up, the other thing I do is I look for now 5-star talent, because we're 4.5 caliber score now. We can compete for cornerbacks. Are you kidding me? This is what we have. There's only 3 5-star cornerback talent. So you hope that it's better than this. So we're going to add them to the list just to have them. And I guess we can look for athletes. There's 1 5-star athlete and they're a run stopper. Well, that doesn't help us. What about middle linebacker? We don't really need middle linebacker. So that's the run stopper athlete. Offensive lineman. Look at offensive tackle. Couple of them we have on the list. Good. Offensive guard. That we don't meet their deal breaker of proximity to home. Okay, we don't need a center, but we might as well look. There are none. Okay, so as far as 5-star talent goes, I think we've seen what we need to see for now. We don't need a running back. I'm just looking for standouts here in the 5-star. And obviously, we're not going to get all these. I know that. But I want to scout them. I want to add them to the list and see how we're looking after that initial prospect list. Yes, I will be removing a lot of these. But if there's a standout 5-star gem, that's what I'm looking for. I have a buddy who adds every single 5-star to the list and only focuses on 5-star at the beginning. I do not think that is the best use of time because you can't get them all, obviously. Now, another deep threat wide receiver. I am so tempted. I'm not going to do it. I do want to add the 1 athlete. Just add the athlete. I think we have a lot of talent. This is not a good recruiting class for quarterbacks. There's 1 5-star quarterback, YouTube. A scrambler, but only 1 5-star quarterback here on the draft board or the recruiting board. That is insane. This is not it's a good thing we got our quarterback already. We don't have to worry about it, but it's not looking great here. A speed rusher, defensive tackle, add them to the list. Here I go. I need to stay off of this menu. So then usually what I do next and what I will do next is I'll look at 4-star and I'll sort it by interest. And then this is where I'll go next. You could also go by recommended, but most of these are going to be from the recommended tab. And you're looking for gem talent. Honestly, you're better off a lot of times going for 4-star gems than even going for 5 stars because you're going to spend a whole lot of time on these players, right? Which is what we're about to do. We can't spend any time. We can just scout this week and add and offer scholarships, but we can't actually start the recruiting till next phase. So here we go. Is it a gem? No, but 92 speed, strong safety, the natural team player and winning time. Solid zone coverage for a freshman, 79 men. We don't run men. Are they're hybrid? Yes. Offer them a scholarship. We're number 2 on their list. You better believe it. And with the order I do it in that menu, you already know all the players who have interest on you because they're always going to be the first however many. So the first 9 in our case, 9 5-stars had interest. So I know after I get outside of that 9, I know I'm looking at talent who it's going to be really hard to land. So that is the reason I do it that way. Everybody kind of has their own recruiting kind of sequence that they do. Look at this right tackle. Are you kidding me? Look at strong grip, clear-headed, inside shield, and ground and pound. Sean, we need you. Let's go ahead and move them to the very tippity top of the list there. Tyler Beebe. Is it Beebe? It has to be Beebe, right? Bebe? No, it can't be Bebe. Right in power rusher. What speed we got? 82 is really good for a power rusher. 6'3", 290, 88 strength. Good awareness. Team player platinum, defensive line rally, and recoup. I'm going to say offer a scholarship. Defensive tackle, Braden Myers. Scout him. We haven't found a 5-star gem yet. That's not ideal, but that's okay. It's a good run-stopping defensive tackle, honestly. Not very fast, but you don't really need a fast defensive tackles is one thing that I've found, especially to stop the run on the inside. You're looking for somebody with strength, somebody with good play recognition, and a player with good block shedding. And that's what this player has right here. You're not going to get it all in every single athlete, right? We'll take a look at this defensive tackle. 86 tackling, 76 speed. So this is the speed rusher we were looking at. A pocket disruptor, takedown, recoup. That's a player right there. Yeah, that's... So you compare these two defensive tackles, and definitely the 76 speed one. Remember when I said you can't have them check all the boxes? Well, yeah, about that. Yes, you can. You 100% can. This might be the best defensive tackle that I've seen. They are kind of insane, are they not? And then, oh, here we go. Honeycutt. Come on, Honeycutt. Please be the one. We need a lot of luck here. I need you all to drop your one times for Honeycutt. Dan Honeycutt, please be 99 speed. Please. 5-star gem, 99 speed. Shifty, the natural, platinum takeoff. Okay, we just found the best wide receiver ever. 6'4", 194 pounds, 5-star gem. Can we tell him to graduate early? Who wants him? Ohio State, Penn State, Notre Dame, Michigan? No. Don't you want to play for the back-to-back national championship team? 99 speed, shifty, platinum takeoff. Okay. Everybody remain calm. You remain calm, Ryan. No, I can't. How could you? A bust. All right, see ya. Good to find that out, though. And a gem. Let's go. A left tackle, 5-star gem, pocket shield, PA shield, team player in the natural. Wow. Good blocking as well. Pass protector. I know we run a lot, but we're going to be throwing a lot once we get Honeywell on the team. Don't you all worry. Or Honeywell. Honeycutt. Once we get Honeycutt on this team, wow, we're going to be in good shape. This is, I believe, or a couple of them left that were actually on their list. Right in, 84 speed, 5-star gem. Welcome to the list. Could always use a right in. 6'3", 280 could also play them at defensive tackle as well. 87 acceleration. Look at those attributes. It's nice when you win a couple national championships, you can land players like this. So those are the big three. You know, if there's only 3 5-stars we come away with this year, if that's the only 5-stars we get, I'm going to be fired up. And do we really need more than that? I don't think so. I really don't. I do want to look at this 5'7" receiver. Why? Why would I? Why did I do that? What am I doing? That was a waste of time. We have the best now, this 6'6" receiver, though. Hold that thought. Did we find the best receiver in Honeycutt? Or is it Piero? If I'm saying his name correctly? Please be 99 speed. 50-50 in sure hands. 94 speed, 97 jumping. Remember when I said we don't need wide receivers? That was before I saw 6'6", 217 pounds with 94 speed and 97 jumping with the best abilities you can get besides takeoff. Yeah. All right. Welcome to the team. Honestly, should I just go after 4 5-star and that's it? Just spend all my time on those 4? We would have a team, would we not? Another wide receiver. I can't. Well, but listen, would we be able to live with ourselves if we left a 99 speed, 2 99 speeds out there? Would we be able to live with ourselves if we wasted scouting hours and they're a bust? No comment. Okay, Ramon Marquez, cornerback. This is where this is what we need. 95 speed, you have my attention. Zone coverage 85, you would start right now. Ramon, can you graduate early as well? Can you and Honeycutt come up with a deal? Wait, these are players who were not in their pipeline. Okay. This is when we have to make a decision. I think we remove the athlete here. Well, what did I say? Let's at least scout him. We have plenty of hours now. We got plenty of hours. Let's not panic. Let's definitely add all the cornerbacks. We need help, but I'm hoping we find a 5-star gem. 99 speed, 5-star gem corner. Okay. Well, yes. What is Legion? Platinum Legion mental ability. I don't know what that means, but this player could start right now. Look at all the teams. Yeah, I'd say he's going to go up there with Honeycutt. This is a great recruiting class. At 94 speed, Legion clear-headed. I don't know what Legion does. Platinum Road Dog is good. These cornerbacks are great. Listen, offer all of the cornerbacks. We're a powerhouse now. We have to remember that. We are the place to go to. The Kentucky Wildcats. And that is a disappointment. Wait. Disappointment? That's a 91 speed middle linebacker, Ryan. Disappointment? What do I set the bar at? Isn't that a middle linebacker? He's definitely not going to Kentucky. He's definitely probably going to Texas. That is an incredible middle linebacker. Platinum Road Dog, 91 speed, 77 play recognition. Keep in mind, this is as a freshman. Yeah, okay. We're not going to be able to get him. I can tell you that. I mean, look at the interest already in these other schools. Not in our pipeline. Oregon's up there, Texas. I mean, do I want them? Yes. Yes, I do. But we have other 5-stars who we would want over this one, right? So let's remove them from the list, as painful as that is. Another defensive tackle. Do we even need to scout? We have a lot of defensive tackles on the list right here. We'll probably go after some 4-stars. They could be a gem, though. And they're in our pipeline. Oh, my. Yeah, I'm glad we did it. Imagine if we would have just left that off, see? That's why you keep scouting. Look at this player. Pocket disruptor, clear-headed, defensive line rally, platinum recoup, 79 speed, 82 acceleration. This could be a starter day 1. And listen, I don't go after players to be a starter day 1. That's usually not what I look for. When you get a player like that, it's fantastic, right? But I'm not always looking for a player to start day 1. I'm looking at building a program, right? I'm building young players, having them stay, having them grow and get better. That's what I'm looking for as a coach here at the University of Kentucky. And we may have some day 1 starters here. That is 5-star, 5-star gems. If we get out of this draft with these top 6, just those, the rest 4-stars, we are winning a national championship next year. Guaranteed. Because of Dan Honeycutt, Andres Robledo, Elijah Schooler, Quentin Bartley, and Jose Poe. These are probably starters on day 1, and we could get lucky. They could be elite development. These are some superstars right here. If I've ever seen superstars, these are superstars day 1. Imagine the NIL deals that these players would get. just coming into Kentucky, the amount of money they would make from their name, image, and likeness would be absolutely unreal. Now, hey, don't get me wrong. There's other good talent here on this list. We have 13. We have now 620 hours. So now we go into the 4 stars. And now we start recruiting anybody who's interested in us. This is what, you could technically go by rank and then look on this for, you can go in order of this. I like to look at interest level first, because if you can find these sleepers, I don't know if you can call it always sleepers, but if you can get 4-star gems out of these players, you're in great shape. And they want to go to you anyway. So this player is from Louisville, Kentucky, another receiver. Don't mind if I do. Athlete, Scrambler 6'5". Since they're an athlete, I know we don't need a quarterback. I will add them to the list. Bobby Garrison. And then Jamal Carter, cornerback. Another receiver. All of the receivers want to come play for the 5-star gem quarterback, Stephen Bullock, right? The future's bright here in Kentucky. Why not add them to the list? If one of them has 99 speed, we can move that other receiver off. Is that a tight end that's 6'6", vertical threat from Cincinnati, Ohio? Yeah, I believe it is. Welcome to the list. Hybrid free safety. So all I'm doing right now, honestly, is looking for gems. If I'm being honest with you all, that is literally all I'm doing. I'm looking for gems at this point. Anybody that's not a gem, I usually remove from the list on 4-star here. At this point, with a 4.5-star program, we'll see if that pays off, but that's at least my plan right now. Right tackle, 4-star, 6'5", 320. Wow. That is a big offensive lineman. A pass protector, right tackle, add him to the list. Left end, Juan Pill, power rusher. Number 3, add him to the list. Right end, add him to the list. I don't know if we need all these right ends. A run stopper, right outside linebacker, usually not a huge fan of. Add him to the list, though. Now, the easiest way to keep track of this, honestly, is if you did it in order here, because you're probably going to end up scouting most of these anyways throughout the season. So you could go through order here. I'm not going to, because I know we do not necessarily need that many left tackles or left ends on the list, right? Dustin McCourty, 6'5", 274, though. Maybe we do need him. 6'7", 305, agile left tackle. Welcome to the list. Maybe I will do it in order. A left tackle, defensive tackle. We got tons of defensive tackles, 5 stars on the list. But if we can find a gem here, we could free up some time from the 5-star defensive tackles, right? So that wouldn't be a bad idea. The problem is we don't have do we have any cornerbacks on here? I know we have a lot of 5-star cornerbacks on the list. We have very few cornerbacks who are interested in playing for Kentucky. Let's add them to the list just because they're interested, but that is not ideal. You're definitely looking for better luck than what we've had right now with the cornerback class. There's a lot of opportunity here. Like, this to me looks like a great 4-star recruiting class, just seeing the options that we have here. And I know we need kind of every position here. We have 6 more slots, so why not just go ahead and add people? We're going to be removing a lot of these anyways. I'm just going to add them in order. That way we know. We stopped before Farrell. Sharif Farrell is where we stopped. And that's all 4 stars that have at least one that were first place or third place on. Now, I don't think there's only one best way to scout in this game. I think the beauty of it is everybody kind of has their own system. You know, this is the system I go with. It may be completely different and bad compared to what you all go with. So this is a 4-star wide receiver, not Jim. We're just going to remove him from the list. 94 speed. Because we already have our dream wide receiver, right? We already have our dream. Bobby Garrison, a 4-star scrambler quarterback. We already had a quarterback. We're just scouting to see if he's a gem, and he's not. Honestly, would be a solid quarterback, but no. And then Jamal Carter, a cornerback from Shelbyville, Kentucky. 98 speed. You have my attention. Please be a gem. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jamal Carter, welcome to the Wildcats. We're number 1, play recognition of 71 already. 98 speed. Good acceleration too. Good press coverage. Man coverage of 81. Wow, this is what we need. That's a gift. Louisville, you stay away. He's not for you, Louisville. You stay away. You stay in your own lane there in Louisville, Kentucky. Back-to-back national champions want this player. Don't steal him from us. Yeah, no, we don't want 6'4" wide receiver. Not a gem. No way. And here's, please be good, James Largent, vertical threat, tight end from Cincinnati, Ohio. 6'6". Please be fast. 87 speed is good. They do not have 50-50. Okay, not a gem. I know we need tight ends. The game technically said we need like 4 of them, right? But we just need 1. And I think we can find better. I really do. I think we can find a gem. I know. Seeing this, you all are like, what do you mean, Ryan? He's 6'6", 232 pounds, 87 speed. Yeah, you're right. You all convinced me. He's not a gem, but that's fine. It didn't take much for you all to convince me on that one. I feel like somebody out there is like, Ryan, it's like your dream tight end. 6'6", tall, you know, has good speed. 87 is great speed for a tight end. Here we go. Free safety, 94 speed. Be a gem, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 94 speed, 78 man. We got 75 zone coverage. This is a ball player right here. Marquez Camara from Anderson, South Carolina. Move them up to the gems, right? I like to have all my gems in the same area because I'm always looking for gems. Like, I will go after these gems before I go after these other 5-star talent, 100%. Because you're guaranteed to be an above normal development with those. 5 stars, you don't know. They could be normal development. And Martin Weigert from Cincinnati, Ohio. Not a huge fan of what I'm seeing so far, Martin. To be honest, I don't know if this is the way. So, not a gem. What are we on his list? Ohio State with the pipeline. Yeah, I'm probably going to say no. Don't get me wrong. He's a good offensive lineman. We can always add him on later. But we're looking for gems, remember. We can let's leave him on here for now. Pocket shield, PA shield. I do like the winning time trait. I do like some of their abilities. I will say that. Good acceleration here. 66 speed, but 80 acceleration here. They're not bad. Not bad at all. I think I like the power tendency more than the pass protector. We're going to be passing more, don't get me wrong. But let's take a look at the left end. This is Juan Pill, a power rusher from Cincinnati, Ohio. And not a 5-star. Has Platinum Road Dog. I'm going to say no. Let's keep scouting. No 4. Okay, we're not getting very lucky here with these right ends, right? Not getting very lucky at all. Looking for gems. Mike Williams, right outside linebacker. Clear-headed Platinum. That's really good. Good block shedding. Honestly, a really good right outside linebacker. Not the greatest speed. I would like to see a little bit more speed from that position. But these left end, this left end here, Juan Pill, is very fast for a power rusher. That's 79 speed for a power rusher, actually. What a name. Taylor Awesome. I want Taylor Awesome just for the name, you know? Who do y'all got it right in? Oh, we got Awesome. Well, who? Taylor Awesome. Yeah, I gotta add him. I gotta offer a scholarship. I mean, his name is Taylor Awesome. YouTube, what do you want me to do? That's like the greatest name for a right outside linebacker. And he's slower than the other one. Juan Pill is much faster. And we may end up offering to all of these, honestly. You know, I'm looking for gems, obviously, but sometimes you just don't get that lucky. We used up all of our luck in the five-star section. Gems are not hitting right now. We don't need this many left ins, though. This is good left in. I like the left in that has the Platinum Road Dog better. Come on, be lucky. And that is unlucky. Akron, Ohio, Quincy Clemens is a bust. Where does he want to go? Ohio State. Go on there to Ohio State. We won't fight you on that one, Ohio. Come on. Come on. Pat Ninus? I don't know how you pronounce that, but from Kennesaw, Georgia, a cornerback with 92 speed. I think we have better options. And Georgia is in their pipeline. Yeah, right. We're not going to be able to get him. These are the cornerbacks that we added late. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. 89 speed, though? You're kidding. This is a tough decision, right? Because at 89 speed, if this player does not spend the skill points on speed, he's not going to be the greatest cornerback, right? I don't care what his acceleration is, and we don't know what it is. He's got good... Oh, 88. Okay. That's still not great. Play recognition of 75, pursuit, but honestly, this could be a really good strong safety. He's small, 6 foot, 179 pounds. This is a tough one. We're not on his list. So this is a gem that I will say no on. This is a gem I'll definitely say no on. Because we're not in the pipeline, we're not even on his list. Yeah, and 89 speed, no. I'm not going to find anybody for him. I love recruiting on this game. This is one of my favorite parts of the season, is doing this recruiting with you all. That's why I don't cut it out, because I know there's people out there who like to see it. I know these videos get long here in the off-season, but I love the off-season episode. It's one of my favorites. 94 speed, though. We honestly, here's the thing. Cornerbacks, add them to the list. Do we really have an option? We'll put them above Taylor Awesome. What a name. Taylor Awesome. That might be the name, the best name that I've seen. I've seen a lot of good names on this game. That might be the best. Right tackle, Nick Canada. Okay, an agile right tackle. Good speed, good run blocking. That's what we do. I like to see impact blocking a bit higher and run blocking itself a bit higher. Still a good offensive lineman. I'm not sold on him yet, though. I don't know if I'm sold enough to offer a scholarship. I mean, honestly, this is probably the most unlucky I've been in finding 4-star gems at the beginning of a dynasty. Not the most unlucky, but it's up there. This is a good middle linebacker. 90 speed. I wish we could see... we can see. Zone coverage at the top. 75. Yes. Already 71 awareness. I don't care if they're not a gem or not. That is a really good linebacker, and we're third on the list. And honestly, we'll probably move them to right outside linebacker instead of middle. 120 hours left. We don't have a lot of hours, but there we go. Roland Gaskin. 73 speed, left tackle, agile tendency with 90 strength, good run block, or good pass blocking, solid run blocking. Impact blocking is 75. That's really good. Yes. Roland Gaskin from Stowe, Ohio. Anybody ever heard of Stowe, Ohio? I never have. So 3 4-star gems so far. This is a tough... We got 3 left, right? We don't have a lot of hours. We do not have a lot of hours. So do we need any more defensive tackles on the list? Are there any defensive tackles we're going to land? This one, hopefully. So... They have no interest in us right now. They don't yet. They will. Quincy Keene. We don't have any other defensive tackles here, but do we need any? How many defensive tackles do we need? 0. Oh, okay. Remove them from the list. What am I doing? Oh, yes. We already have a great class. 79 speed, 80 acceleration, good block shedding. This is a run stopper, and that's what I go for. Add them to the gym section. We're getting kind of lucky now. Now the luck is starting to pick up. That's 4 4-star gyms and 5 5-star gyms. That's actually probably the most lucky I've ever gotten. I take back everything I said earlier because that is insane luck. Okay, we got to think about this for a second. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to just offer scholarships. And that should give us time to scout 10 and 10. We'll have enough. Please be gym. And the opposite. I wanted a 4-star gym right outside linebacker. We have that middle linebacker who I think will probably be playing that position anyways. So let's go ahead. These are all, don't get me wrong, these 4 stars are all good. We're 3rd on their list. Add them, offer them a scholarship, right? And because all of these players are not staying on our list. This is not permanent, right? It's so important to point that out. We are just seeing the initial influence at this point in time. Another thing we can also do, we have 5 more hours. We can actually scout or add somebody else to the list and just at least scout the initial part. So let's go to 4 stars. Highest interest. We go to, oh, I don't remember the name. Do you all? It was, what was his name? Oh, we were at 3, right? It was a name that I feel like I could not forget, to be honest. It's somewhere around here. McCourty is definitely one we've looked at. Quincy Clemens was the bust. So this is the gym. It's got to be after the gym. Is it Farrell? I think it's here. I think it's Farrell. Sharif. That's it. Sharif Farrell. So Dukes, we already scouted, was the bust. It's right here. So let's add a middle linebacker. We could always move on to right outside linebacker. What type? Pass coverage. Actually, even better. And we'll go ahead and offer the scholarship because just to get that initial boost, go ahead and have it on there. And there you have it. There is our art. Now, this top 10 might be the best top 10. This would be the best recruiting class maybe ever. The top 9. Even that we at 10, you add the 6'6" wide receiver. Yeah, he's not bad. This is pretty good. So let's go ahead and advance time here. This is going to be amazing if this pans out. Like, please hope that this works out to perfection. We already looked at the schedule. We did the custom schedule. We looked at the schedule. We've done it all. We've done the depth chart. We've done everything. So let's go ahead and advance the week. And hopefully we get a 1 on all the recruits. We're number 1 on 1 4-star gym, the other normal 2 4-stars. 88 overall, 87 offense, 89 defense. Honestly, 87 offense is fair to be lower. So we have a bye week, week 0. What matchups do we have here? Pittsburgh facing off against the Badgers there at Wisconsin. That's going to be a good matchup. You got Notre Dame, who's pre-ranking number 24, going up against Michigan State. You got Mizzou. The Tigers prepare for a contest against the Trojans. And then you have Colorado State going to Texas Tech, a Big 12 matchup. I was wanting to see if the top 25, and here we go. Georgia, pre-ranking number 1. Michigan number 2, Oregon number 3, Kentucky number 4, Penn State 5, Boston College 6, Alabama 7, Clemson, Syracuse, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Kansas State, Texas, Texas A&M, Illinois, Washington, Missouri, USF, Texas Tech, SMU, Cincinnati, LSU, Pittsburgh, Notre Dame, and Florida are your top 25 at week 0. Now it's time to see how the recruiting went. So this is the bye week, week 0 recruiting, of course. It's all part of the same thing. So here we go. Honeycutt number 1. Okay, everybody remain calm. I'm calm, I promise. I'm sweating a little bit. I'm calm. Max out. Not gonna risk a visit. Even if we could schedule a visit, I would not even risk that. Platinum takeoff. Danny Honeycutt is going to score a touchdown almost every single one-on-one coverage. This player is unreal. The platinum takeoff. Keep in mind, that's what Barryon Brown had. This player is faster than Barryon Brown. Oh. I'm fine. Everything's fine. 99 speed cornerback. We're not even on the list, so we will be. We will be. You ever heard of the Kentucky Wildcats? Back-to-back national championships? You're telling me we're not even in the top 10? Wake up. Number 4 here with Elijah Schooler. We're going to take him to school next year. You better be ready, Elijah. You'll be taking him to school plenty. This is going to be a fun year. I am fired up. I don't know about you all, but after seeing Dan Honeycutt, I was already fired up for our new quarterback this year. But to think of what we have next year, even if we play terrible, actually, if we play terrible, we're going to lose them. But even if we don't win it again, and with this team, we lost a lot. It's going to be tough to win it. We have to be realistic. We can win it. Don't get me wrong. We have a tough schedule, though. So, yeah, we're still on Heisman. So, like, it's not going to be easy. And then Quentin, we are not on the ranking. Georgia is in the pipeline. And we're in the pipeline, too. Ryan Gamer's pipeline is Florida. We lost to Georgia enough last year. I'm not giving up on any 5-star jump. And we're number 1 on the left tackle. So we're going to go ahead and send the house and max out 65 hours is all we have here. Now, I want to move Pope. The order of what we want. Honeycutt, Andres Robledo, and Jose Poe. So this is when we get to our 4-star gems, right? So definitely want to make sure we spend time on them. But this is the question. We have... These are all... We're number 1 now. Do we go after the 6'6" wide receiver? I can picture some people out there shaking their head yes. Some people are shaking their head no. And some people like doing kind of a circular motion like they don't know. I'm going to say we send the house. 6'6", sure hands, 50-50. You put Honeycutt and Guerrero on one side, you're going to dominate. This season hasn't even started yet. I'm fired up like we've won a national championship right now. It feels like we have. This is amazing. I am full sending. We're number 1 on all these. All the ones we're number 1 on. Welcome to Kentucky. Let's just at least send the house on them. Look at this. Look at the hype behind the Kentucky Wildcats now. When you win multiple national championships back to back as a rookie head coach, you gotta start getting some attention. Is that the defensive tackle we want to know? This is the one we want. Georgia, you want them both? You love defensive tackles, don't you? They could say the same thing about us. So we already have that one. No way we win this. Look at the influence Georgia got already. It's their pipeline. All right, Georgia. I'll let you have this one. I'll let you have this one. You know, actually, 76 speed. Decisions, right? as a head coach here of the Kentucky Wildcats, got to make some decisions. This is a great defensive tackle, a speed rusher, but they're from Atlanta, Georgia, and you have to keep that in mind. Georgia on this thing to the right there, Georgia has A+ on almost everything. So let's be realistic here. We're not going to beat them on program tradition, stadium atmosphere, playing style, athletic facilities. Like, there's not much we're going to win on against Georgia. And we have Braden Myers, you know, a run stopper, defensive tackle, a little bit slower, but 6'5", 299 pounds. That's a pretty big defensive tackle. So I think it's okay to let Georgia have Quincy Keene. Because look at the influence they got. I just don't, in this pipeline, I just don't see how we win. We have all those other players we want more than this one. So we're going to move them down. We're going to move them down to where the 4 stars are right here. And let's look at the remaining 5s. This is a cornerback. We're not on their list, right? 95 speed. They have Platinum Road Dog. We have another cornerback on the list already, a couple of them. That's a 4-star one, but still they're a 4-star gym. And I believe that's the fast one, right? Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, I don't think we could even compete here in this pipeline. Look at the 5 stars. Texas A&M, Ohio State, and Longhorns. Championship contender, though. We do have that. If they care about coach stability, we're in trouble. They're good. Don't get me wrong. They're really good. This is a really good cornerback. They would be one of the best players in our team. We'll leave that as a question mark too. There's another one. Joshua. Now we might have a chance here. What's their deal breaker? Playing time, and we do have that. Cornerbacks who love playing time, come to Kentucky. We got you. Last year you would have never got to play, but this year you 100% would get to play. Yeah, we can't go after all these. I think we have a better chance in this pipeline versus with all these other teams. Texas A&M, Ohio State, Texas, Texas Tech, Alabama, LSU. Yeah, I don't know about that. What's his zone coverage? His zone tendency, 85? Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good if I don't say so myself. Okay. Let's get this other cornerback first. 98 speed. We're not going to be able to get all the hours on all these players, right? Here's the thing. Do we go after... I'm not going to even go after any of these 4 stars right now. We have so many great... In this top 15 already, like, obviously, we're not going to get all these 5 stars, realistically. But if we can somehow pull it off, we are going to have the best recruiting class ever. So I'm not going to go all out on these 4 stars since we're up there on the list. I don't think we need to. This could backfire, right? It could. I'm ready for it to backfire if it does. But now this cornerback, we don't want to backfire, right? These are all really good players. 94 speed, free safety. How about we add 10 more? Let's add 10 more. Let's go 35. See, I think through scouting a lot. I don't know about you all. I feel like I spend sometimes more time recruiting than playing the game. That's what I love it, though. I mean, I understand some people may not like it or may not like to watch it, but it's special to me. It's one of my all-time favorite parts, so I'm going to spend extra time on it. We're going to max out these hours. Now, we probably will move those other 5 stars off the list. Now, there is a shot that we land one of them, though. There 100% is a shot we land one of them. Because we could send the house on one of them. We don't need a defensive tackle, right? And this is the one Georgia's winning on. Let's remove... We're number 2. Oh, we're not even on this list. Never mind. We're not even on their list. That's difficult, right? We're not on their list, but we could be. Look at the influence. We could get up there in 1 week. Now, this one, we gained pretty good influence, not even doing anything. But you got to think, what do we need? We don't need defensive tackles. Georgia, you can have him. I don't think we're going to win against Georgia on that one. And it could be a thing like last year where I regretted, yeah, well, we don't need a defensive tackle. What am I doing? I did it again. I think I've said that this video like 5 times. You always need defensive tackles though. So what we're going to do, we're going to do that, and we're going to take off one of these players. What are we, one that we're really winning on? Well, I guess this one, not really winning on, but we're going to take off 10, and we're going to add 5 there, search social media, and then we're going to this cornerback, and we're adding 10. So that way, we're 60 on a lot, 65 on the ones we really want. Keep in mind that our top 16, if we just land, will we get this many 5-star? Probably not. But if we somehow pull this off, this is the best recruiting class ever. Can you all drop your one times in the comment section or just say them out loud? And let's advance the week. What games do we have here in week 0? Let's actually see. How many week 0 matchups we got? Let's go to just the top 25. Michigan State at Notre Dame, Pittsburgh at Wisconsin, Troy at Missouri, Colorado State at Texas Tech, Tennessee at Nebraska. That's going to be a good game. Ohio State at Texas, and then don't sleep on those FCS teams. FCS Northwest against Washington. Interested to see what's going to happen in that game. Let's go ahead and advance the week. We may go back and look to see actually what happened in week 0. So we play Akron in week 1. Oh, look at this. Dan Honeycutt has reached top 8. We're number 1. Who were we number 3 on? Defensive tackle. Quentin! Alabama! And Florida State? Are you kidding me? Told you we wouldn't get them all. So the week 1 recruiting will not be till the end of the next episode. I want to do it right now so bad, right? We all do, but we got to let it sit. Got to let it sit. And we have a very favorable start to the schedule. You can't overlook anybody. Let's actually see if what happened there in week 0 in the top 25. Okay, so Notre Dame won 35-3. Oh my. Wisconsin lost. Pittsburgh with the upset there in Wisconsin, 28-24. Troy upset Missouri in Mizzou. Okay, week 0. Some upsets already. Colorado State lost to Texas Tech. So Texas Tech, 31-19. Yeah, that's right. I honestly thought Tennessee was going to crush Nebraska. 35-13. I think they had Nebraska a little high on the preseason rankings compared to Tennessee, and Tennessee took that personally. And Ohio State had a rough year last year, but look at them now. Upsetting Texas in Texas, 23-21, and Washington got the win over FCS Northwest. You never know. I'm telling you. You can't trust those FCS schools. Anything can happen out there. So week 1, top 25. What do we have? Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, Kentucky, Penn State, Boston College, Alabama, Clemson, Syracuse, and Wisconsin. Now, Wisconsin is still there, even though they lost last week. So, a couple teams. Nebraska was up there as well still. So, let's take a look here. We're not going to do the recruiting. It's going to be hard for me to wait because I'm just so ready. Look at the main one, Dan Honeycutt. Go ahead and give him the jersey, everybody. Can somebody here on YouTube send a jersey to Dan Honeycutt, welcoming him to the university? Important lesson for you all. When you have a player like this and you're winning, don't schedule a visit. Do not. I've done it and lost that game and lost the recruit. Do not schedule a visit when you are winning by this much on a 5-star gem, a recruit you really want. Even though, yes, you're going to lock them in if you win that game, 100%. Do not do it unless it's a bye week. And then you can schedule the visit on a bye week with other offensive players, and it's a win-win. But if outside of a bye week without offensive players, no. Personal experience, do not. And we are leading the way on Andres Robledo. Look at the amount of experience. We're going to win that one. Look at the influence we got. Look at the influence we got. Jose Oh my. Maybe go ahead and get him a jersey ready. Let's not get carried away. And then Elijah Scholar about to take him to school next season here for the Kentucky Wildcats. The power rusher leading the way. We are really winning that one. And that's not even our pipeline. And then Quentin Bartley. Hey, we're just barely moving up. That's fine. We don't need to be number one right now. We're just kind of getting in contact with Quentin Bartley. Like just opening up the conversations, right? Just those early conversations. We're not trying to force anything. It's just let it happen. It just in time, just let him realize that this Kentucky team is the real deal, and he'll be a Kentucky Wildcat. He's not going to Alabama or Florida State. No. I'm calling it now. And look at this, the 6'6" receiver from Florida. We are well leading the way. That's our pipeline. Ryan Gamer says, yeah, Georgia, you may be number 5, but no. That's my pipeline. That's where Ryan Gamer was born and raised there, TPC Sawgrass. We don't mess around in Florida. I accidentally hit the wrong button there. Anticlimactic before we got to the next one there, right? I am so fired up about this recruiting class. Jamar Carter. That's the 98 speed cornerback from Shelbyville, Kentucky. The amount of talent out of Kentucky has been great. Jamar Carter, though, he's going to choose Kentucky over Louisville. He hasn't said it yet, but he will. And then we have Marquez Camara, who we did not spend a lot of time on. Syracuse is trying, and we only spent 30 hours and gained a lot of initial influence. That's really good. And then we got Roland Gaskin. We're up there big time. We're well up there, and that's our pipeline too. 4 pipeline there in Stowe, Ohio. Maybe that's Stow. It could be Stow. No, it's definitely Stowe, right? And then Lamont Kellenick, run stopper left in from Akron, Ohio. We are well up there on the list there. And Sean, we're up there. The 5-star right tackle. The strong safety, Avery Scruggs, we're winning. The 5-star right in, we're winning. Tyler Beebe. Braden Myers, we're winning. Remember when I said we can always remove them later? And look, we gained a lot. See, this is one where I'm not giving up on. I'm glad we went after this cornerback. Look at the influence gain from Ohio State, Syracuse, Florida, and Pitt. Look at our influence. That's awesome. That means our other coach brings in a lot of recruiting influence to this team, and we're stacking up our recruiters. That is massive. We have a master motivator, a couple master motivators. We're the recruiter, and our other coaches are spending in recruiting as well. Oh my. And then now what about here? This was the one that I thought we couldn't win. Ramon Marquez, the cornerback, the last one we put on of the 5-star, right? And yeah, I do not want to give up yet. Now, keep in mind we didn't gain a lot of influence. Championship contender could win out if we start to win. You know, it's nice that Stephen Bullock has a very good first matchup. So he gets to play in his first game against Akron. And I'm not calling out anybody, but 77 overall versus 88. As long as we don't do what we did against Toledo last year, we should win this game. So what a game to make your debut as a 5-star quarterback. I mean, the ceiling's high, but the expectations are even higher because Brock Vandegrift in his junior and senior year led this team to back-to-back national championships. Now, don't get me wrong, Brock Vandegrift did not put up elite level numbers, and he threw a lot of interceptions last year, but Brock Vandegrift managed the game great in year 1. In year 2, did not manage the game as well, but made some big-time throws, big-time plays, and when the playoffs came around, Brock Vandegrift played like an elite-level quarterback, especially in the playoff run. It was unreal. Like, so that's what this team wants from Stephen Bullock, but they also want more. We want more from Stephen. We want Stephen to go out there and throw for 6,000 yards. 3,000 yards. Let's not get carried away. But yeah, 3,000 yards setting the goal. Maybe less than 10 interceptions this season. Good running stats as well. That's the goal this year. We're going to run the ball a lot, open up the play action, let Steven do his thing. He's going to be a little bit scared in his first game. You better believe it. We'd all be. I mean, it's a freshman an 18-year-old, right? Coming into college, starting day one in the SEC. Good thing he goes up against Akron with the 77 defense, but you don't overlook anybody in college football. Remember Toledo? What was Toledo? 79 overall? They look like the best team. They looked like the best team ever. Now, before we close out this video, I always like to see how the SEC is looking. So, let's go to the conference standings. Obviously, we're not caring about what the standings show right now, but we're caring about the right side of the screen. So, preseason ranking, we are in 6th in the SEC. But pay attention to the overalls. That's what I want to know. Alabama, 89. Arkansas, 84. Predicted number, I don't know if, is this predictions? I always thought this was predicting. Are they predicting them to be 2nd in the SEC, Arkansas Razorbacks? That would be amazing if the Razorbacks end up doing that, but hopefully not, because they may beat us, because we play them in Arkansas. Auburn, 86. Florida, 87. Georgia, 91. Kentucky, 88. We just keep getting better. You love to see it. LSU, 86. Mississippi State, 81. Mizzou, 85, but they lost. That was a huge loss. Obviously not a loss in the conference, but still a big loss. Oklahoma, 87. Ole Miss, 86. South Carolina, 85. Tennessee, 86. Texas, 90. Texas A&M, 88. Vanderbilt, 79. So it's going to be a battle. I mean, we play Texas A&M this year. Good thing that's in Lexington. That's a 90 overall offense and an 88 overall team. We don't play Texas this year. I'm very thankful for that. We don't play Tennessee. We play Mizzou, and they lost that first game. We play LSU. They're 86. Good year to play them. I'm so glad we don't play Florida, though. Thank you so much to our SEC schedule this year. Don't you all worry. We'll probably play them next year again. We don't play Florida. We play Arkansas. Now we do play Alabama. So, yeah, our history against Alabama is not great. We have a history. This is year 3. I act like I've been playing for 25 years. But wow, we have history in that short span, right? What a fun episode. Thank you all for watching this to the end. I know it's a long one, but I had a good time. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. It's just a fun episode in the offseason. I believe I did everything. We did the depth chart. We did recruiting. We looked at the schedule. I believe we did it all. So all that's left is in the next episode, we play our first game in 2026 with a 5-star gem elite development trait quarterback, Stephen Bullock. A lot of new faces here in this offense. A lot of new faces on the defensive side, especially our secondary. Our secondary may allow Akron to throw 600 yards in the first game. That's actually a great test. If our secondary cannot stop a 79 overall offense, we are in trouble, especially if it's in front of our home fans. So yeah, this is going to be a fun year though. We have a very favorable schedule to start, and then when SEC play starts, okay. Yeah, it picks up very quickly. So drop a like if you got some enjoyment. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more. This off-season episode, thank you all for watching it. It means a lot because this is the episode that takes the longest to actually edit and everything. Takes forever to export and everything, which is why there's usually a big delay from when the video goes live and when the last episode was. But I thank you all just so much for watching it and being here to the end for this long off-season episode. You know, we have a good time here on the Gamer Builder YouTube channel, but these off-season episodes usually don't do very well for people like average view duration and watching it till the end. So just you all being here, it means a lot. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to drop a like before you go. It really helps. I will see you in week 1 of year 3. As always, have a fantastic day, everybody.